This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with the finale of Will, A Wonderful World. In the last episode, the kitty got a new home with his master, Pi, which it's really hard to tell, like, exactly when in time is it. Is this before he leaves Hong Kong to go travel the world? Did Spy die before he got thrown in jail? It's kind of hard to tell. Like the things I've said before, some of these take place in different time periods. It's like starting at the same time, but during Spy's thing, he found a master, probably died of old age, and then Pi maybe left the country afterwards, hard to say, and then the Alicia dropped the her assassin's box or whatever it was, and Pi got a hold of it, so I wonder what he ended up doing with that. So I liked how like certain tales kind of end up mentioning other characters. Like Spy's End is like mentions everyone at the end, sort of, like in little bits and pieces, so before we see what happens at the end, whether time runs out or whatnot, let's finish the last little tale that we've got here. Farewell, Busan Police Precinct with Chang. The weather was awful again, but I had decided to take a walk, a real walk. When I'd learned that I needed to write 2 more pointless reports, I calmly went back to my seat. I created a new document and typed in resignation letter. Honorable Sergeant Zhang, Then what? Well, whatever. Honorable Sergeant Zhang, I want to resign. Save. Too bad the stupid old fart wasn't here anymore. Otherwise, I'd point it out and throw it in his face right now. I was sitting in the hall of the embassy, waiting to apply for my visa to another country. It was packed with people because of the weather. The flood was covered with muddy shoe prints. I took a waiting ticket and put it closer to my eyes so that I could see the numbers. Still felt a little warm in my hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 9. Since the fight in the woods, my sight had become terrible. Oh, I thought you used like the fake eye and all this other stuff. I guess not. So never mind. He got screwed up permanently. Okay. Although since I didn't know how to fire a gun anyway, it didn't really make so much of a difference. The number on the screen was still in 3 digits. Really? Were there so many people going abroad every day? I had no choice but to find an empty seat and wait. Korean ginseng. Kimchi and what? Oh, spicy sauce. Yes, you want to make kimchi yourself? Then why do you need me to bring you kimchi? Sitting next to me is a old gray Chinese man who was on his phone. He was speaking loudly in a foreign language, which had attracted some attention, but it's husky Chinese that triggered some of my memories. I was going to China this time too. Yeah, because Hong Kong's technically like an island off by China, so anyway. A big bald monk I knew lived there. He was about the same age as the old man next to me. There was also a bunch of men of different ages who were training with them. They all had the same haircuts, but they're all so different and vibrant. In that place, there was no flattery or disdain, no cheating or lying. Every day, all I needed to do was practice, train, nothing else. I remember that Master liked spicy food too. Maybe I should bring some kimchi as well. Actually, never mind. There were too many mouths at the Shaolin Temple. If I bought something just for the Master, I might be better off not bringing anything at all. Well, I could bring some spicy sauce myself too, so I could make some kimchi for them. It would be more convenient anyway. The first time that I met Master, he had been practicing in the bamboo forest by himself. I was in the middle of Mount Song on my way to the temple. He was the first Shaolin monk I'd ever met, and he knew Kung Fu. Whoa, I know Kung Fu. For the last time, Mr. Reeves, no you don't. The 14-year-old me is so in awe that I thought I just met a god. God. Well, there's a dog and a girl doing that right now. I immediately dropped on my knees and asked him to take me on as a disciple. Master didn't have a lot of words. He simply asked me, "Why do you want to learn Kung Fu?" I said, "To fight for justice." He said nothing except to tell me to go hold a rock and left. So I held a 25-kilometer rock and struck a horse stance in the bamboo forest for a whole night to show my dedication and determination. Horse stance is one of the most fundamental techniques in traditional Chinese martial arts. The stance requires the 2 feet to be slightly wider than the shoulders and the knees slightly bent, as if riding a horse. Practicing horse stance can help maintain an inner balance of both ki, as well as enhancing core and leg strength and balancing skills. In addition, it helps increase mental focus and dedication. However, the goal is bodybuilding. Squats are more effective than practical horse stance. Not until later did I learn that Master was not particularly senior in this temple. Even so, I was still very lucky. Wait, was not particularly senior? Does that mean he just wasn't a higher rank or whatever? Anyway, the way the temple trained their disciples was pretty similar to a regular school. They had some training in martial arts as well as regular schoolwork. The Kung Fu they learned this way would be more effective enough for self-defense, but way too basic for fighting crime. But my master was not like the others. Not only did he teach me for free, he also taught me so many more things that the paying students had ever had the chance to learn. He would meet in the bamboo forest outside the temple every day before the sun even came out and train until sunset. I had always fantasized about learning the incredible art of Chinese Kung Fu. Watched too many movies, huh? So I learned Chinese on my own and watched a ton of Chinese Kung Fu movies. I always particularly fascinated by the skills of pigtail fighting. Oh, I forgot what movies had those in it. Yeah, the one where you just whip your hair around. A specific type of martial arts move that uses one's pigtail hair for both Chinese attack and defense. It was depicted in the novel The Miraculous Pigtail by Chinese writer Feng Shikai. However, whether the move is real or not is debatable. Some people believe that it used to be real skill, but soon forgotten because it looks too stupid in battle. Well, not for anime, right? Or certain Chinese movies. I'd even grown out my hair so I could learn about it. Oops. And Master had told me that he didn't know it. The tail would have probably still be growing out of my head. By the time I was old enough to enroll at the police academy, I said goodbye to Master and left the temple. I hadn't been back for 5 years. The number kept rolling on the screen, although it didn't seem to be going any faster just because there were so many people waiting in the hall. These damned officials can't guys be a little bit more efficient? The woman to my left complained. She threw her ticket on the table and then left. I took a peek at the number on the ticket. It was 194. Wow, a low number. I was just about to reach for it when the old man next to me cried it first. Then he gave me a smile. Oh well, you should have it then. I was in no hurry to go back anyway. Go back for what? To help the old fart make up stories about where he'd gone for business? Vacation. How many conferences? Tours. He had attended? How much he had expensed for receptions? Sauna and bars. If Lieutenant Kang had been there, he would have said it was all bullshit to his face. If he was still there. I clenched my fist so tightly that, without realizing it, almost crumpled the ticket entirely. I had to stop myself and unfold it. After who knew how long, it was finally my turn. By the time I'd finally done, it was way past business hours. I went back to Unit 1, where half the lights had been already turned off. Only Officer Jian was still there. She was cleaning the trash cans in the office. I let out a sigh and rolled up my sleeve and took the trash cans out of her hands. Before I left the office, I threw the resignation letter onto the old fart's desk. Farewell, Busan Police Precinct. Changon Min. Looks like before time runs out, we need to finish this little tale. Ooh, the time is running slow, folks. Will we get there in time? All right. Anyway, we just got to figure out. Okay, so let's do his history thing. Okay. Well, bad ending, maybe one more bad ending and a good ending. Okay, so we just changed the number of the ticket. No ticket. "419. Although I didn't have any memories about one-night stands, it did remind me of the night when Kim Jong-ho had been arrested. Lieutenant King had summoned everyone, and we had held a celebratory party at Blue Lady. The night, Jiggle Wei Yan had declared that everything was on the house. It was an absolute riot in the bar. After I told a drunken Jiggle about the story of what happened to me after I left Blue Lady the other day, he cried. He put a picture of Lieutenant Jiggle Sayok on the table, pulled me up from the seat, and made me bow to the picture, all while weeping uncontrollably. He told me that we would be brothers from now on. Only then I finally learned that he was the younger brother of Lieutenant Jiggle. No wonder he'd been such a close friend of Lieutenant Kang. Lieutenant Kang and I didn't leave Blue Lady until it was almost daytime. We left Jiggle sound asleep in the bar. On our way back, Lieutenant Kang was telling me lots of stories from the days when he had been in Ute 2. It was so exciting, but I was so excited by his stories when he suddenly said to me, There was a transfer request mixed in with the middle of the report you turned in earlier. I was stunned. I'd written a transfer request, but there was no way I would have turned it in. Then I remembered. It can't be mine. I never printed mine. So you did write one. Lieutenant King, so you did write one. Lieutenant King burst out laughing and kept walking ahead. Then I realized I had just been duped. I remember wondering to myself, was Lieutenant King forcing me to leave? But I had just done something great. I had just done something great. Why does nothing ever turn out like it should? Anyway, Captain Gong has assigned more than 20 newbies to me over the years. Every single one of them, except Min Jun and Ji Yan, has written a transfer request at some point, and they all eventually left. Lieutenant Kang slowed down, but he's still walking in front of me. The cool moonlight was shining on his back, and for the first time, he seemed a little exhausted. I stopped myself and watched as Lieutenant Kang kept walking further ahead. His figure looked smaller and smaller. He almost looked like an old man. I took a deep breath. Lieutenant King! I'll follow you to the end of the days. Lieutenant King turned around, off in the distance, and smiled. Whatever. I ran ahead to catch up with him when I felt raindrops on my face. It kept getting heavier and heavier until I realized it was actually snowing. Snowing in June? Was something good going to happen? On that day, I firmly believed that we'd all have a great future together. However, reality immediately gave my clueless self a cruel wake-up call. That night was the last night we ever saw Zhiegel. A few days after he had been confirmed missing, his body was found floating in the ocean near the port. The body was bloated and his eyes and organs were all gone. There was a long stitched-up wound on his chest that had started decomposing. Symbol that had been carved near the scar. It looked like a smiley face. Huh. So Pai had gotten to him. Ever since then, Lieutenant King had seemed a little lost. Sometimes he would even respond to us calling his name. A few days later, he disappeared too. Perhaps he found some leads as to Zhiegel's death and had decided to pursue them by himself. Or maybe he'd run into some trouble. Whatever the case, we couldn't get in touch with him anymore, no matter how hard we tried. 2 months later, Captain Gong made an announcement that he would transfer the only 2 remaining members of Unit 4, Officer Jian and I, to Unit 1. Joining Unit 1 used to be a dream of mine. Everyone had told me that it was the largest and strongest unit in the Criminal Investigation Division. They had over 40 official members. Once we became part of it, however, I finally learned how rotten Unit 1 truly was. But unfortunately, no matter how much I missed the days in Unit 4, I couldn't go back there again. After who knew how long, it was finally my turn. By the time I'd finally done it, it was past business hours. I went back to Unit 1. I printed out the resignation letter and threw it on that old fart's desk. Farewell, Busan Police Precinct. That's the A one. Kung Fu Scramble. Kung Fu Blitz. Kung Fu Blitz. Alright, let's get this rank. Rank 1. Or rank S thing. Oh, we finished the Psycho, which is Kang's storyline too, so. The only ones we're missing are like weird ones. I don't know why I'm missing them. Anyway, maybe it might be a glitch. Some trophies or some things don't in certain games don't work sometimes. But anyway, wow, a small number. I was just about to reach for it when the old man next to me grabbed it first. But he took a look at the ticket and threw it back where it had been. Ha! 914. The old man must be a little superstitious. 914. In Mandarin Chinese sounds similar to the words. Ooh, we finished the dictionary. In Mandarin Chinese sounds similar to the words about to die, which is why it is considered by some superstitious people as a bad omen. In Mandarin Chinese, there are many phrases that can be expressed by phonetically similar numbers. For instance, 589 or 895 means hold me tight, 62 means awesome dialectically, and 5201314 means I want to get you into my bed. Literally, I love you forever. Okay. Similar phrase numbers pairs can be found in many other languages too, including English. Oops. I finished the application 2 hours earlier than expected. It was still early. I went back to the station. Unit 1 had made me feel as miserable as it always had. The senior officers, who were completely oblivious to other people, kept smoking in the office. Officer Ji Yan was making coffee in the break room for over 20 people. He looked tired and bored. The office wing of Unit 1 was probably 10 times larger than Unit 4's, and only half of the seats were occupied. And most people were absent. Were not out there fighting crime. They were simply missing work. As soon as I sat down, the old fart looked up from his newspaper. Have you finished the report? Almost. I was almost about to throw my resignation letter in his face. I opened the file and clicked print. The printer behind me started buzzing. Meanwhile, the phone on my desk happened to ring at the same time. I reluctantly picked up the phone. As soon as I heard the familiar voice from the other side, tears started flowing out of my face, or out of my eyes. Midnight. The only office with its light on was Captain Gong's. Officer Ji Yan and I walked up to his desk and turned in our badges and guns. I took one step back and gave this man, whom I just met for the first time, one last salute. I feel bad for that guy. Agent Chang. What type of mission did he get or receive? I think that's it. Let me look at some things really quick. I am missing a few things, and I don't know why, but let me see. Oh, we finally got... Oh, no, we're still missing... We're missing his last one for some reason on this one. Wait, why didn't I unlock these person's things again? Yeah, I already had hers. I don't know why it showed me that one. Let's see. Oh, you can even change his old portraits. That's cool. I don't think all of them have that. I think just... Yeah, only some of them do, it looks like. Oops. Yep, he just has... Yep, only the guys with different portraits can change. Okay, we got his. Which was... favorite flower, fire lily, when we did the cat one. That's the one that was added, the spotty one. In the language of flowers, someone means something unforgettable. Okay. And then Park. We got nothing there. Carlos, I think I'd read all of his, didn't I? Maybe it was. I think it was the last. Let me look. I think it was the last thing that wasn't on there for some reason. Yeah, it was received permanent residency in Hong Kong and settled there. That was his last thing, so he decided to live there. As well as his sister, apparently, said, I think she lived there too, but we got hers. I think we had all of hers, I think. Spotty, and we had all of his. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, we got all of his. Oh, I haven't even read that yet, so. Reason for becoming a police officer. Justice! Cooking. Let's see. Special skill cooking. Chang's fatal spear, especially unskilled at firearms. Saved at 7, saved from a fire by a passing stranger. 14, went to the Shaolin Temple to be trained in martial arts. 23, graduated from Korean Police Department and joined the Busan Police Department Criminal Investigation Division, assigned Unit 4. 23, managed to resolve a hostage situation caused by domestic conflict. Assisted the lieutenant in freeing the other officers from the gang. Played a key role in uncovering a major internal corruption case within the police, and transferred to Unit 1 alongside Officer Yi Yan after Lieutenant Kang expected disappearance. Soon received a message from Kang and then transferred with Yi Yan into the Special Crimes Search Team of the National Intelligence Service of the Republic of Korea. Huh. That's interesting. So you don't even get that unless you read this little thing at the end, like to assume what happened, because you just like, oh, what happened? And then you find out that you had to look at their portrait to find out that they went to a national investigation unit or whatever. Let's see. Bang. Let's see. He also became a police officer justice. Favorite food, Chang Yon Min's homemade bento. Dislike, no one. He doesn't dislike anyone? Huh. Favorite weapon, Glock 43. Relationship, Chang Yon Min, rookie subordinate. Min Jun, subordinate, excellent with sniper rifles. Jian, subordinate, master of disguise, often goes on undercover missions. Kim Jong-ho, colleague, lieutenant in criminal investigation department Unit 3, the mastermind of the slaughter of Unit 2 6 years ago, had close ties with the Yusong group of the Musan gang. Relationship 5, Captain Gon, the captain of the Busan Police Department, not referred as the old man. Chow Yo-han, old driver, the leader of the Gangmun gang with the Musan gang, mostly in charge of drugs and smuggling. His son Cho Do-sung was killed by Min Jun. Jigul Wei Wan Yam, close friend, the younger brother of Lieutenant Jigul Seok, the leader of the Simsu group with the Bungmun gang, mostly in charge of the entertainment establishment of the gang. Relationship, Jigul Seok, lieutenant of Unit 2, well respected, died in the line of duty. 23, joined the Busan Police Department and assigned to Unit 2 of the Criminal Investigation Department. 23, ambushed while participating in the Unit 2 led mission W620, Operation White Bay. Only survival from the massacre and had since developed a second personality. Oh yeah, that never got resolved, his second personality or anything like that. It just kind of, it was a thing and it was there, but there's no like, oh, he has it forever. Well, I guess I assumed he just had it forever, but anyway. 24, assigned in the newly found Unit 4, assumed the position of lieutenant. 29, failed to free the hostage in gang-related hostage situation, not held responsible for what happened. Planned a secret rescue mission to free a colleague with Chang Gon Min, joining it halfway through the mission. The mission was a success. Detained on suspicion of murder of a colleague, Officer Min Jun. Bribed the detention center guard and switched places with Officer Ji Yan. Managed to get out of the custody. Yeah, that's what happened. How that happened. Closed a major internal corruption case within the police. And his good friend Jigul Wei Yan was murdered. Left the police to investigate the truth behind the tragedy, which is Pai's doing in that case. And then him. July 9th. Oh no, I think I read his thing. I don't know why it reset all of a sudden, but we're only. Is there only? I could swear there's supposed to be one more person. Well, anyway. What the? No! It's too late! What'll I do? No! No! I must press the button! I must press the button! But which button is it? It's the R3. I'll press it right now! No! Outside the window. Am I really seeing this? It stopped snowing. Just like the letter said, the snow has finally stopped. I don't know if Master has seen this. I must go and tell him. Master? Master, are you in there? Oh, the door is locked. Master is lying on the couch, face down and sound asleep. The tea and snacks I brought half an hour ago are sitting on the desk by the door, untouched. Oh. No, half an hour ago, no. He's still sleeping. I was trying to see if it actually tell me exactly when the timer went, if that was actually when the timer... Anyway. He seems to be sleeping an awful lot recently. I can't even remember when I last saw him awake. Should I wake him? Master, the snow. The snow has stopped. ... Master, the snow has stopped. ... Master, the snow has stopped. It stopped snowing. Wake up! That's strange. He's sleeping a little too soundly. Oh, well, that's fine. He'll see that the snow has stopped when he wakes up. I walk towards the door, but I notice something strange. The tea and snacks I brought in half an hour ago are sitting on the desk by the door. There's a teapot and a cup on a tray, and a plate of pumpkin cookies. I always put 5 cookies on the plate because it looks better that way. When I came in earlier, the 5 cookies were still there, exactly where I put them. But they're gone now. I take the lid off the teapot, and there's nothing but wet leaves inside. I turn around and look at Master. He has barely been out of my sight, and he is still sleeping. Weird. Where did the snacks go? Has a ghost taken the cookies and the tea? I pick up the cup and carefully examine it. There's no tea stains on the cups at all. Then I realize something. For the past few days, the cups have always been clean when I've come to collect them. It's almost like they haven't been used. Never been used. I walk back to the couch and lightly tap on the Master. No response. I push him harder. No response. I even pull some of the hair off of his head. Still no response. Oh no, is he? Several possibilities come into my mind. If we were human, I would assume Master's sick or even dead. But could those things happen to a god, too? And what's the story with the vanished cookies and tea? I am not sure what has happened. Master must be in some sort of trouble. I must wake him up, no matter what. And how? Huh. Isn't this... Pull out a pen from under Master. Is it the pen one he used for work? I've seen it working a few times, so I have some idea of how to use it. Even though I'm just a servant, Master once mentioned that we were both gods. Maybe I could... No matter what, I have to give it a shot. Myth. The final one. Oh, we can't even choose anything else. Well, let's see what she can do. Please wake up. I was standing in the room of Master Willie. He was lying on the couch. Master was sound asleep. How badly I wished. I wished he would rush over as normal and mock the awful tasting snacks I had made. Please let him wake up. Myth. Well, let's start this bad boy. Alright. Well, what are... Oh, we don't have a history, so... I don't know. Oh, let's see. Can we move these? Well, we can only move one or the other, so... Okay, that's it. That doesn't seem like much of a challenge. That was easy! What the... What the heck? Why did it work? Is Master the only one who can use it? But I feel something's about to happen. I'm so close. What am I missing? Maybe I should check Master's room more carefully. Might be able to find some clues. Perhaps the power of rock and roll? Is the person on the poster someone Master likes? Is that a tennis player? No, this is not the time to be wondering about that. Okay, well, let's keep checking. Okay. The drawer is locked. Master must have locked something very important inside. If I don't have the key, how can I open it? Alright, I could try that again. I was going to check the other items, but... Can I go back? No, I can't go back. Alright, the lock drawer. I tried to open the drawer. There must be something very important inside, but it was locked. Then I tried the cabinet next to it. It wasn't locked, but there was nothing inside. I realized that there must be something very, very important inside the drawer. I need to open it. Yeah. So we just have to switch them, basically. I guess because it's the end, there's no reason to do anything different. Wait, oh, see, but because we're at the end of the game, so we've already done it, so it's fine, you know, that we did this. There was an old newspaper and a picture frame inside the drawer. The entire newspaper included the front page is about one thing only. Why would Master lock a newspaper inside this drawer? The headline of the front page reads, Changing the Fates of Humans, a New Revolution for Global Civilization. The headline article is accompanied by a photo of two people. One is a middle-aged man, the other is a middle-aged woman, each of them holding a particular box in their hands. I look at the article in the front of the photo. Take a 6-sided dice. The chance of getting any number between 1 and 6 during one roll is 1 in 6. On average, we should get the number we want in 6 tries at most. Now, if each and every possibility in this world from the past, present, and future could be represented by a number, then if we had a die that has as many sides as all the possibilities, we can roll the die fast enough, we should be able to change everything. This was the theory proposed by Dr. Wang Ruha during the International Summit Conference on Artificial Intelligence 5 years ago. At the time, his presentation was widely mocked by experts. The press described it as pure lunacy. Some critics even accused him of being deranged, and some of his fellow Chinese colleagues considered him a disgrace to their country. However, a month ago, Dr. Wang and his wife announced that based on their theories, they had developed 2 prototype machines. They are literally capable of anything. They named them omnidimensional probability generators. Omnidimensional probability generators. What just happened? Actually, I think I've seen this before. While the entire world was still skeptical about their announcement, Dr. Wang held an exclusively invitational-only press conference. Our editor and reporter were fortunate enough to have been invited to attend this historical conference, and were able to report that they had witnessed the astonishing capabilities of the so-called omnidimensional probability generators. During the conference, Dr. Wang started by doing a small demonstration of telepathy. A volunteer was invited onto stage and separated from Dr. Wang by a screen. They each wrote down a number on the blackboard. Somehow they both wrote down the same number every single time. But according to Dr. Wang, it wasn't really telepathy. It was a result of Dr. Wang changing the number that the volunteer had written down by operating a generator. Yet none of the audience, not even the volunteers themselves, had noticed anything unusual. In the second dimensional demonstration, Dr. Wang locked himself inside a sealed room, separated from the audience. Then he was asked to write down the appearance of a volunteer from the crowd who was yet to be chosen. After Dr. Wang had finished writing out on a whiteboard, a volunteer was selected from the audience. It was a young man with a ponytail. His hair was dripping with the green paint. The young man explained that earlier in the day he was walking past a building on his way to the conference when the painters high above the building accidentally dropped a bucket of paint, which landed on his head. As he was feeling very uncomfortable due to the dripping paint, he asked to borrow a pair of short scissors from the staff of the conference and cut off his ponytail right there on the stage. Then the staff revealed that Dr. Wang had already written on the board. It read, male, 175 centimeters, lean, short green hair. Everyone present gasped, including the young man. If Dr. Wang had written down short black hair and said, did it mean that the young man would not have been doused with the paint earlier? Or maybe someone else would have been chosen. The press conference ended, leaving everyone in utter shock. Although we were only able to witness 2 simple demonstrations, we have absolutely no doubt that the invention of the generator is powerful enough to completely overhaul all accepted logic in the world, perhaps even the entire universe as we know it. The Nobel Prize for Physics, Chemistry, and Medicine, which are typically announced in October, have all been awarded to the Wangs and Advents this year. So they just gave them all of them. However, Dr. Wang and his wife released another statement declining the prizes. They also stated that no further information about the omnidimensional probability generators would be released to the public. Probably because of how dangerous it could be. Therefore, even though the news of the machine invention had spread throughout the entire world, we still have no understanding of the principles of its capabilities. During the press conference, Dr. Wang and his wife revealed that their response for creating the invention had nothing to do with the greater benefits for mankind, but only fulfill their own wishes. How selfish. So far, many nations led by the United States have expressed their stern concerns to the Chinese government. The leaders of these countries claim that the invention is extremely dangerous, might even have the potential to eradicate the entire human race. They insist that the machine, as well as all related research, must be destroyed as soon as possible. The Chinese government is used to respond to the demands. Well, they would probably use it really if they could figure it out. As of this moment, the very limited knowledge of the omnidimensional probability generators, the only information we are able to confirm is that Dr. Wang has named his project Will, and that they have built 2 prototypes, Will O and Will 1. Unsubstantial information suggests that both prototypes might also be equipped with highly advanced artificial intelligence. They are modeled after the couple's son and daughters, respectively. The children of the Wangs died 3 years ago in a traffic accident. A photo of the children can be seen on the right. A smaller photo was printed to the right side of the article. It was the same as the one inside the picture frame. Yep. Elder brother Wang left, and younger sister Wang Mao. Right. They were both killed in a traffic accident 3 years ago. They tragically died at the young age of 14 and 12, respectively. Ah, no, this is... My head, it hurts so bad. Well, I won't be mad if you sing me a song. What? What song? Well, I want you to sing Teresa sings I Only Care About You for me. Eh? Well, that's too embarrassing. I'd be okay with one of her other songs, too. All of her songs are too embarrassing to sing out loud. How about this one? You give me a kiss on the cheek and Big Brother will sing for you right here, right now. Deal? ... What? Not on my hand. On my face. Here. Here. Wait. No. What's the matter? Luca is gone. Didn't you lose that at the zoo? That's okay. I'll get you an even cuter one. No. I want to go and find it. Wait. Don't run so fast. Be careful. Watch out for the car. The car! Doctor, we are about to lose the girl. Ouch, it hurts. Oh no. What is it? It was an accident. She was hit by a truck. She lost too much blood on the way over here, and she's barely breathing. Blood pressure 40/70. Inject adrenaline. Prepare for transfusion. Brother. She's losing consciousness. There's no heartbeat. Charge to 200. Clear. No change. No change. One more. Charge to 300. Clear. Damn it. Step aside. Heartbeat has stopped for 52 seconds. Was there anyone else with her? There was a boy. He died in the ambulance. Damn it. Time of death, 10:28 a.m.